Friends, welcome to Abhivakti India's Future Classroom. In today's episode of English language, we will discuss about spotting error. Welcome to part 5. Here is the first sentence. You must either be regular with your studies and study for longer period before the examination. Here we see that in the sentence the conjunction either is used, and whenever we use either it is to be followed by or, and therefore in this sentence and should be replaced by or, and so the correct sentence will be you must either be regular with your studies or study for a longer period before the examination. So remember, either is always followed by or. The second sentence is the new taxation rates announced by the government are bound to affect the export sector. The new taxation rates announced by the government are bound to affect the export sector. Here in the sentence, to is always followed by a verb, so keep it in your mind. This is the very basic rule that the to should be followed by verb, and in the sentence effect is noun, and therefore effect should be replaced by a verb, and therefore it should be replaced by affect and not effect. So the correct sentence will be the new taxation rates announced by the government are bound to affect the export sector. The next sentence is these days job opportunities are not as better as that used to be in the early 70s. Here in the sentence the conjunction as is used. So always remember that between as always used a positive degree. Better is a comparative degree, and therefore it should be replaced by good, because good is a positive degree, and so the correct sentence will be these days job opportunities are not as good as that used to be in the early 70s. We always say as fat as long as short as, or as thin as. So remember the basic rule that between as and as positive degree is used. The next sentence is when viewed with his point of view, the entire episode assumes a different color altogether. When viewed with his point of view, here a phrase is used with his point of view, but the correct phrase is from one's point of view. So with should be replaced by from, and so the correct phrase will be from his point of view, and correct sentence will be when viewed from his point of view, the entire episode assumes a different color altogether. On many occasions we did help the poor people by way of giving them food and clothes to put on. On many occasions we did is a past tense, helped is a past tense, so two past tense do not come together. So here did is the superfluous word, it is not needed at all. So without that also the sentence will be correct. So did should be removed, and so on many occasions we helped the poor people by way of giving them food and clothes to put on. Unless it is accepted to both the parties an arbitrator would be no use to settle this dispute unless it is accepted to. Here the sentence demands adjective, so accepted should be replaced by adjective, so it is acceptable, and so the correct sentence will be unless it is acceptable to both the parties, an arbitrator should be no use to settle this dispute. Although the manager was keen on getting the work done through Sudhir yesterday, he tries to avoid it. Although the manager was, it means we are talking about past tense. Manager was keen on getting the work done through Sudhir yesterday. So yesterday indicates that we are talking about past tense. Was also indicates that we are talking about past tense, and therefore although the manager was keen on getting the work done through Sudhir yesterday, he tries to avoid it. He tries means Sudhir tries to avoid it, but we are talking in past tense, so tries should be replaced by tried. Next sentence is the various consequences the decision taken by the finance ministry was not foreseen by the bureaucrats. Here in the sentence, consequences is a plural subject, and therefore the verb should agree with the subject. Since the subject is plural, the verb should also be plural, and therefore was should be replaced by were. So various consequences were not foreseen, and therefore the correct sentence will be the various consequences the decision taken by the finance ministry were not foreseen by the bureaucrats. Next sentence is, we never considered him to be a person who would go back on his promise and then do not even apologize. We never considered him to be a person who would go back, it is a past tense, on his promise and then do not even apologize. Do not, since the sentence is in past tense, do should be replaced by did, because did is a past tense of do, and so the correct sentence will be, we never considered him to be a person who would go back on his promise and then do not even apologize. Next sentence is, it's high time the government takes effective steps against malaria. Friends, always remember that it's high time is always followed by past indefinite. It's high time is always followed by past indefinite, and therefore takes should be replaced by took, and so the correct sentence will be, it's high time the government took effective steps against malaria. See the another sentence also, it's high time, and this is followed by past indefinite stood. Then what is the mistake in this sentence? It's high time, it is correctly followed by stood, that is the past indefinite, and so it is high time he stood on his own two legs should be correct, but here is a mistake that two should not be there, because it is understood that a person has two legs, so simply we have to say it is high time he stood on his own legs, so two is a superfluous word. Friends, I hope you must have enjoyed this video. If yes, please like it, share it with your friends and subscribe to the channel. For any other reason, if you disliked it, please express your views through comments so that we will try to improve, because there is always a room for improvement. Here are few videos suggested for you: vocabulary building part 1, vocabulary building part 2, spotting error part 1, spotting error part 2. Friends, thank you very much, with best compliments. Friends, you might have enjoyed this video. Then go to thumbs up button and click. Then go to share tab and share with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus and many more. And to get the updates right in your mailbox, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you very much.